kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback may change this route. Going right to work up top. He's got him in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Now on second down.
Military stun.
Wants to go up top. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in down the sideline.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This is too easy.
And now on second down for this offense.
Set. Break. Okay, break.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Working that right side. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks good. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Hey, camper.
Now from inside the red zone. Extending the play. On a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the first drive into the pick.
And if I watched this defense last week, and I'm the quarterback, and I'm starting out on the drive, I am not throwing the ball near these guys. I'm going to play it safe, and he forces the ball right off the jump. They had 5 a week ago. First drive, they got another one here today.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They go to the ground. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. Look out. He's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game for him.
Turning it on. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive.
Cooler.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense, quick tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Looking to take a shot. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Wants to throw on first down. Needs to catch. It's Landry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to him after the...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given point.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Trick 9, beat.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He slings it deep to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Okay, ready?
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down on 43. Offense lining up quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates...
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. It's caught. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down.
Let's go.
Back to pass. Gets gets it out quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands. It's blocked. Oh, he got loose. Spinderella. Flying down the left side. He's at the
they pay me
10.
extra for this.
No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work.
Banner!
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gonna let it fly. He's good on the outside.
The defense, I got to find a way to put some more pressure on the quarterback.
221 wing! 221 wing!
I can't give him these big chunky games through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't.
Ready?
They got in there quick, fast,
Here
and in a
we go.
hurry.
He wants to change this route.
Ready, go!
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Okay, break!
On third down. down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Reels it in on one side. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it up at 25. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And it'll be a touchdown. Much needed life for this offense as they try to cut away this lead.
Yeah, needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he added the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight and give back that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Here comes the offense onto the field again. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down to the 34.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game. A lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. And then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable. They've got to be wondering themselves, this offense is going to try to run the ball again.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. There he goes. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense picks it up. He's in open space downfield. Rounding on the Jets. Touchdown.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. You want to get it to your little fast guys. Defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners. Takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
27, ready.
Snap it to the back. Running into the open space. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Flag.
Okay, break. Hey, camper.
first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Military stunt.
They'll move the wide receiver. And off the side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on. Touchdown.
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead. Keep the momentum. Put the numbers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Rushes on him. Makes it outside. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. With the catch, it's Henderson. At the 45. They bring him down with the big play with the sticks.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Puts it up in the air. And he's brought down after a nice game. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive
27
offensively,
jump.
throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Great job of execution of the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. They've got some real momentum here heading into halftime.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
Military stunt.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Might be looking to run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver
try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Safe completion on the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays.
Here we go, sack.
They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Oh, they're after it!
This offense has been bad. The first play, nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. Third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, like this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to take off. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
You know, you wonder sometimes if this quarterback, because of the success he's had earlier in the game, running the ball, just thinks, every time I scramble, something good is going to happen. I think that time, guys, he should have stayed in the pocket and tried to take a shot, because it looked to me like he had a guy open downfield.
That's where they'll watch it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll start this drive firing. Pocket breaking down. Got it inside the 10. Puts it into the end zone for a touchdown.
It's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quick pass on the jet motion. Powers through the defender. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball, shot downhill, and made a nice tackle.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling right and going deep. He's got him wide open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time, because again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Landry. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
That route is a man beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up 1st and goal.
Correct snap. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You know, when you're running the power play as a running back, you got to be patient and know that needs to hit up the middle. If you try to bounce it outside, you risk getting a tackle for loss, and that's what happened.
Charcoal. Ready?
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nice shot there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And we've seen this several times now. He is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it, they know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on it.
He's got it, and he'll take it in for a touchdown. He has been searching, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been at down the throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. So now it's 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Crosses the 35. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Lost to throw again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback making checks.
All set. Okay, ready? 180.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second and short now after that completion.
Cooler.
Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south, and somehow gets the first down. Nice tackling by the defense. Understand.
Makes the catch. Bells into the end zone for a touchdown. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to try to get it himself. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
A big key for this offense coming into this game was getting this quarterback going, running the football. And with that last scramble, he's now over 100 yards rushing in this game, and he is not done yet.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
No real force on that one. It's he got control, trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked up a few extra on that return. One big frame on this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Tanner wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he will wisely pull it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They make the stop at the sweet throwing catch is ready to give him a first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Drum. Hold on.
Use the play fake, down to throw. Slings it downfield. And the defense forced that incomplete. incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He's going to hit a straight right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age when there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, they've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on 1st down. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team.
Intercepted, a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they did. They trusted the passing. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. They have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Dances away. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
Set hut.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking to get it. Makes the easy catch and weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incomplete.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close that on him after a good return on the interception.
What a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's got a touchdown. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive.
Trick 9.
They'll go with the direct snap. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives. You have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fella.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's in for the score.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still holding the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Makes a move. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race.
Right down the
Touchdown. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt, offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. You can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can do it.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up the onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead.
Here we go, here we go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Charcoal, charcoal.
They'll keep it up the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great game.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Run! Breaks into the open. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.